and we got a phenomenal intercept, as we have done previously. We got 33 meters at 1 ounce gold and several ounces per ton silver. And that's probably going to be close to a top 10 gold intercept globally for this year. And we had another one, such drill intercept in 2021, July 2021, that ended up being the number 7 highest grade gold intercept reported globally. So some good statistics from this property and the Sierra Madre Trend, and we expect more of that to continue as we develop the resources there and really demonstrate the district scale of this property, which is the most exciting thing about it.
Your name and your position?
I'm John Skeet, CEO, Managing Director of Mithril Resources Limited.
Great. Tell me about the project.
Well, the project is located in the Sierra Madre Gold-Silver Trend of Mexico. It's a prolific mining trend. It's been operated for probably about 500 years since the Spanish went there. And the Copperkin district is right in the middle of the northern half of that. And it's a big district scale property. We first thought there was about 70 historic mines and workings across the district. So we recently flew LiDAR, which is a very high resolution way of looking at the ground through all the vegetation. And that revealed 300 historic mines and workings all over the district. So we know that gold and silver mineralization is quite extensive, and the district is 10 kilometers wide. We can see clear structures there geologically that show there's a very big system there for gold and silver. So what we've drilled so far is one of these upwelling zones that's sort of poked through to the surface, and we've got 500,000 ounces gold equivalent. We're looking to expand that to about 2 times that size by the end of the first quarter next year. We've got at least another 2 of those sort of around million ounce sort of deposits in the district, probably a third one. And then we've got the reason why all that high grade mineralization is all across the district, and that's because there's, we're sitting on the margins of a deeper vein system that high grade gold and silver. So that's the big prize that we're working towards.
You've got some background working in the area.
Yes, I've worked in the area since 2002 and did a bankable feasibility study on the open pits at a Campo mine that we were running into in Chihuahua State. And then sort of in the southern part of the state, we started drilling. This was as an Australian company, a property called Palmarejo. There'd been no drilling there previously. There were some historic mines. And very quickly got that to 3 million ounces inferred resource after about 12 months, and then got that mostly measured and indicated with another 12 months and started construction there. Got all the permits to mine it, and by the time we were halfway through construction, we had a number of majors wanting to acquire the company. Ended up, Coeur Mining took that over for over $1 billion at the end of 2007. So when I saw Copperkin, with the geologist that I was working with at the time in 2017, it looked like this is another Palmarejo. It's got all the same attributes. The difference was the gold grades were much higher relative to the silver. So, and a lot more historic mining activity across the district. So that's why we've been most excited about this. And, we've stuck with it as a private company for a few years. We vended it into Mithril in 2020. So we're able to get drilling. We drilled 2 years of drilling during COVID, and then the markets sort of turned fairly bearish for a couple of years, but we've hung on to it, and now we're seeing sort of the restructuring and the rebirth of Mithril, now listed in the Toronto Venture Exchange as well as the ASX, and we're really sort of in a good market conditions to really move this along and get the exploration work that this district deserves.
You're in Mexico. Tell us, there's been an election. There's changes on the ground.
Yeah, look, it has been a time of uncertainty, particularly for the developers in Mexico that have got some fantastic open pit propositions there and haven't been able to move those along. And I think now on the 1st of October, with the new president coming in, it's just given a lot more certainty to the sector. And it's an important part of the country's economic future. That Mexico is the biggest silver producing nation in the world, producing about a quarter of the global output of silver. So, clearly that's going to be vital for Mexico's future. And that's been highlighted by the recent transactions that have occurred there. There's been the first Majestic Silver has taken over Gatos Silver, which is a $1 billion or so acquisition. And then just after the new president was sworn in, Coeur Mining announced its bid, $2 billion bid for Silvercrest mine. So that's a very big tick of confidence for the new administration. And I think just looking at the appointments to the various ministries that have been made, I think it looks like it's heading in the right direction.